Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, and today, as you can see by the thumbnail, is what do 90% of people not even think about when they upgrade their cars. And when I say upgrade, I mean, you know, take a big jump. Like, so let's just say, you know, you've had an inheritance and you've got a bit of lump sum and you've always wanted to get a better car, or, you know, you've got that promotion, so you get that extra bit of money, think, I can now afford to get that bigger, better, faster, whatever it is that you like car. Now, I've got my wife's car and I've got my car here. Now, I'm using these as an example only. I'm not saying you've got to buy an Audi, I'm not saying you've got to buy a Volkswagen. I'm using these because my wife's car is a 2-litre TDI car. My car is a 3-litre V6 twin turbo. So this is the other end of the scale to my wife's car. So the reason for this video is the differences. So what most people do when they want to upgrade their car, say, you know, that could be a 320D and they want an M3, they think, you know, I can afford it now, I can buy it, check the insurance, yeah, I can insure it, that's brilliant, let's go pull the trigger, let's go buy one, you know, and that's what people do. But the one thing they don't do 90% of the time is think, can I afford the long-term maintenance of that car? So I'm here to give you just an insight then of what the differences are, and I mean they are night and day different. Running my car to running my wife's car is scary different. So I'm going to give you some really basic differences, and you know, you can let me know if you get it or you understand or whatever. So first of all, simplest thing out, the headlight bulb for my wife's car is about £7.50 from almost any garage on the planet. It's a H7 bulb, and if you can't fit it yourself, I'm sure you've got a neighbour or you've got a mate who can chuck it in for you. Really simple, really easy. So you never change one bulb, you always do two. So that's 15 quid and a couple of pints to your mate down the road. Brilliant. My car. So my car has got bi-xenon headlights, and that's, you know, they turn, they do all singing, all dancing, no one cares. The bulb is £75, 10 times more expensive. So that's £150 for 2 bulbs, which you think, you know, yes, it's expensive, 10 times more expensive, but it's not that simple. Your mate down the road isn't fitting this unless he's actually a mechanic, because obviously it's got such a huge engine. You open the bonnet, it's just wall-to-wall engine. So because the engine fits in the hole fully, all the ancillaries that are on the side and out of the way in my wife's car are wedged behind the headlights. So on this side, where my headlight is, I've got a whacking great big airbox. It's all going to come out. So on the other side, the power steering and the fuse box and the ABS pump are all sat directly behind the headlight. So if you take it to a garage, you're talking probably sensibly an hour and a half's labour, maybe 2 hours if they're fussy. So even an average garage, £50–60 an hour, wherever you are here, that's an average garage. You're still chucking on another 150 odd quid, maybe a bit less, maybe a bit more, depending. So all of a sudden, 2 headlight bulbs, which are just a day-to-day changeable thing, it's cost you nearly 300 quid, not 30 quid and a few pints. And so that's just something silly. While we're at this corner, we go for wheels and tyres. My wife's car has got 18-inch tyres and like 18-inch wheels. I've got 20-inch wheels and tyres. Now, for this car, sensible money, you can put a good set of tyres in here for about £200 a corner. They're thereabouts, depending. You're not going mad in track day tyres, but good quality tyres. So you're looking at £800 fitted. On this one, it's £1,500 fitted, because you've got to have specific type tyres, because it's obviously they're Michelin's, which are what Audi recommend for this car and the performance of this car. So you don't put cheap, nasty tyres on a car this powerful. So that's £1,500, nearly double. And it's 4-wheel drive, so you've got to take that into account. Is your new car 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive? So this is 4-wheel drive, my wife's is 2-wheel drive. So say it's a BMW, so it's rear-wheel drive. So you'll basically go through 2 sets of rear tyres to 1 set of fronts. So fair enough. So you're now changing the rear tyres more regularly. They're bigger, they're fatter, more expensive. On my car, it's 4 tyres at a time. So if you get the X-Drive BMW, for example, that's again all 4 tyres at the same time wearing out. So all of a sudden you're not changing a set of 2 tyres every 6 months, you're changing 4 tyres. So that 1,600 quid could be £3,200 instead of 16. It just gets massive very, very quickly. So again, while we're sticking with the wheels, brakes. My wife's car has got very strong, they're 312mm brakes, perfectly adequate, really, really good brakes for that car. They're going to cost you from a garage, and let's just use an average garage, not main dealer, that's scary money for my car. So your average garage will charge you for those brakes, front brakes, probably about £250, £300 fitted, new pads, new discs, whatever. My car, for a set of just the discs and pads, for an average car garage, you're talking nearly £600, maybe more. Now I know Audi want £1,000 for a set of front disc and pads for my car, but your average normal garage that aren't out there to rip you off in £145 an hour, £600, nearly double again. Well, it is double, if not more, depending what quality. So obviously you can just get your OE spec, or you could do what I've done and upgrade to more expensive choices, but we're being sensible. So then you go on to, so that's all serviceable stuff. This is stuff you're going to do yearly, servicing and bulbs and stuff that goes wrong. So Liz's car, 2-litre TDI, so your basic engine service, just your oils and filters, bits and pieces under the bonnet, air filter, whatever, you're probably looking at about an average garage, £250, £300 to service that one. For your engine service. Engine service on this one, standard garage, more like £455, £600. If you have to fuel filter, it's a bit of a faff, it's at the back of the car, so it's a bit more work. So again, double. So you think you bought your car, you've probably, most people stretch themselves to buy their dream car or a car that they really want. So they don't think that all these extra costs are suddenly coming. So say you've got a loan or whatever, however you've got it, you've then got to think to yourself, this car has another, you know, well, double, all the stuff you had in your original car is now twice as much. So it's a huge difference. And don't even get into all the stuff that goes wrong. So if a window winder mechanism goes wrong in my car, it's insanely expensive. The part alone is huge money. And don't get me wrong, they've never gone wrong in mine, whatever, it doesn't matter. But I know the parts and labour for doing that is, again, £600–700. In Liz's car, for something that basic, it's a couple hundred quid. So that's about it for now. I don't want to bore you with stuff like that, but 90% of people do not think of the running upkeep of their new car. They just want to get their new car. So anyway, let me know what you think, and let me know if it's been a good video and you've enjoyed it. Chuck it in the comments, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.